California, often in the spotlight for stunning coastlines and star-studded cities, is grabbing attention for a reason that's far less glamorous but incredibly important. In this video, we're descending deep into the scientific buzz surrounding a supervolcano situated right in the Golden State. Yep, you heard that right, a supervolcano, and experts are increasingly concerned about its activity. Wondering what a supervolcano even is? We've got you covered. We'll start off by explaining the basics of these geological behemoths, touching on the key signs that scientists monitor to gauge the risk of an eruption. Expect to hear about earthquake swarms, gas emissions, and even ground deformations. And we'll tackle the real-world implications of a potential eruption. What would it mean for California? And how would it impact the rest of the country? So whether you're a nature enthusiast, a science geek, or just someone who wants to know what's going on beneath our feet, this video is for you. What is a supervolcano? Before we dive into the nitty-gritty details of California's Long Valley Caldera, let's take a moment to understand what a supervolcano is. It's a term used to describe a volcano that has the capability to produce an eruption thousands of times larger than a regular volcano. We're talking about eruptions so massive they can change global climates and have long-lasting impacts on the environment. Unlike regular volcanoes, which have more defined cone-shaped mountains, supervolcanoes often appear as huge depressions or calderas. These calderas are formed when a massive eruption empties the magma chamber below, causing the ground above to collapse. The scale is so large you might not even recognize it as a volcano at first glance. The key indicator of a supervolcano is its potential to eject more than 250 cubic miles of material during an eruption. To put that in perspective, it's enough to fill up Lake Erie twice. The Restless Giant. The Long Valley Caldera in eastern California has been showing increasingly worrisome signs of restlessness. Researchers from the California Institute of Technology, or CIT, have been closely monitoring the seismic activities emanating from the supervolcano. While the last major eruption occurred roughly 100,000 years ago, the caldera has been experiencing regular periods of, quote, pronounced unrest, causing the ground to inflate and deflate. But is this a sign of an impending eruption? The science of seismic activity. Seismic activities in the Long Valley Caldera have been under scrutiny for decades. Advanced technologies like distributed acoustic sensing have been employed to monitor more than 2,000 seismic events in the region. This high-resolution mapping has provided valuable insights into the caldera's internal dynamics, helping scientists understand whether the region is gearing up for another supervolcanic eruption or simply cooling down. The threat assessment. The U.S. Geological Survey classified the Long Valley Caldera as one of the very high-threat volcanoes in the state. It's not just based on the volcano's activity, but also takes into account the number of people and properties that could be affected by an eruption. The Long Valley Caldera is located close to major cities and could have far-reaching impacts if it were to erupt. The cooling theory. In recent years, scientists have been closely monitoring the Long Valley Caldera in California. One of the most intriguing findings is the theory that the supervolcano is actually cooling down, not gearing up for an eruption. Researchers from Caltech have used advanced seismic technology to study the volcano's activity. Their data suggests that the frequent seismic events and ground deformations are more likely due to the cooling of the magma chamber rather than it heating up for an eruption. The cooling process releases gases and liquids that could still cause earthquakes and minor eruptions, but not a sign of impending doom. Earthquake swarms. Since the late 70s, the Long Valley Caldera has been a source of numerous earthquake swarms. These swarms have led many to speculate about the possibility of an imminent eruption, but the cooling theory offers a different perspective. This is a far less alarming reason for the earthquake swarms, making them more of a symptom of the cooling process rather than a sign of catastrophe. The role of high-resolution imaging. To get a clearer picture of what's happening beneath the surface, scientists have turned to high-resolution imaging techniques. Using a network of deeply distributed acoustic sensors, they've been able to create detailed maps of the caldera and underlying volcano. These images have shown a definite separation between the large magma chamber below the surface and the shallow hydrothermal system above it. This separation further supports the cooling theory and shows the deeper chamber is not currently contributing to the surface activity. the lid of crystallized magma. One of the most fascinating discoveries is the existence of a lid made of crystallized magma that sits atop the magma chamber. It's about 5 miles below the surface and covers the cooling magma reservoir of the caldera. Researchers believe this lid plays a crucial role in the current seismic activities. As the magma chamber cools, the lid helps to contain the volatile gases and liquids, releasing them slowly and reducing the risk of a major eruption. What does it really mean? When it comes to assessing the real-life threat level of a volcano, it's not just about the volcano's activity. Just because the U.S. Geological Survey has classified the Long Valley Caldera as a very high threat, it doesn't necessarily mean an eruption is imminent. While it's considered high risk, it's important to understand it's a measure of potential impact, not a countdown to an eruption. The bigger picture: California's other volcanoes. While the Long Valley Caldera has been the focus of much attention, it's not the only volcano in California that poses a risk. Other volcanoes like Mount Shasta and the Lassen Volcanic Center also fall under the very high threat category. These volcanoes have also showed signs of cooling, which is a reassuring sign. However, it's crucial to keep an eye on these as well, as eruptions could have lasting repercussions that affect the entire state, from water supplies to electricity distribution. What's next? Ongoing research and preparedness. The study of the Long Valley Caldera is far from over. Scientists plan to continue their high-resolution imaging to get even better insights into the magma chamber. They're also working on understanding the other pockets of magma in the area that could still pose a risk. As for preparedness, it's always better to be safe than sorry. Local authorities are taking these scientific findings seriously and are working on emergency plans to ensure the safety of residents should the unexpected happen. So there you have it, folks. We've taken a close look at the Long Valley Caldera, the science behind its activity, and what experts are saying about its potential to erupt. From cooling theories to high-risk assessments, it's a topic that combines complex science with real-world concerns. While the current research suggests that a catastrophic eruption is unlikely in the near future, the supervolcano still poses a significant threat due to its potential impact on people and properties. Now, it's time to hear from you. Does the idea of a supervolcano in California keep you up at night, or do you find the scientific explanations reassuring? Let us know in the comments section below.